Okay, so these deep boxes are 10 frame boxes, and they come with dovetails pre-cut into them. The side that the frames sit on have a ridge cut, so your frames sit right on the side there for your 10 frames. And it's pretty simple, really. Your dovetails just kind of line up, and it can take a little bit of force to get them to go together, but they should just slide right together and fit snug. Sometimes you actually have to get a couple boards together and force them tight before they really line up well enough to start nailing together. I always put all 4 sides on before I start driving any nails in. I don't want this to be permanent until I know that everything's going to line up well. And sometimes these dovetails are super tight, and you have to kind of pound them in a little bit. But that just makes for a tighter hold. For the overall hive once you get the nails in here. I would rather have a tight fit like this than have it be super loose, because this is going to hold together way better in the long run. And once all your sides are together, you might have to go through and tap them tight with your hammer. You might not. But each hive body comes with its own bag of nails. And we're going to pop this open. We have 2 different sizes of nails. We have longer nails and we have shorter nails. I believe they're 1.5 and 2.5 inches. There's only 2. Yeah, for some reason there's only 2 of these shorter nails in each bag. I usually don't use them. I only use the long nails. There are pre-drilled holes in each one of these dovetails. So I just line the nails up and they drive straight down. Turn it and do the next side. Make sure it's pinched tight together. These things are held together with just a ton of nails, and that's why I'm never overly concerned if I happen to be out of wood glue. Tighten that one into place. Far side first because it's already together. last side. Last side. 5 nails. And there you have it. The nails all go nice and straight. None of them stick out on the inside. And that is square and solid. Next part we have to do, we have to paint it. Okay, so painting these is pretty simple. I just got some Oops paint from the hardware store. Use a little paintbrush to get up inside the handle area because the roller can't hit there. And then I use just an everyday little paint roller and roll it on the rest of the box. I've got these boxes set up on sawhorses. That way I can hit all of them. Just roll it out, let it soak in. And I always try to make sure to get the corners good because those are the exposed areas that are cut along the edge and going to rot the fastest with the weather. And then from there you can just turn that box and repeat. Get up in the handle area. Roll on your paint. You of course want to use an exterior paint because these are outside and they will hold up longer. You definitely do not have to use yellow, but it is advised that you do not use black or super dark colors that are going to make the hide heat up more. So lighter colors are typically thought of as being better. However, I've never messed around with the idea of using darker colors to see how that works. So I don't know. Dark colors may work just fine, especially since we have such crazy winters here in Michigan. Sure that gets covered good so it soaks into the wood to help seal it. And anytime that I have a knot like that, I always try to make sure I hit that a little heavy too. So I'm going to just put some thick on that knot so it gets a chance to soak in. Same thing if there was a crack or anything weird with it. I always try to hit those a little heavier. Just like that, that's 4 sides completely done on the first box. Okay, so now that the yellow paint is all dried, there's one last thing that we have to do, and that is paint and seal the tops and the bottoms of all of the boxes. That way, when the moisture gets in between the boxes when they're sitting out in the yard, the moisture can't soak into the boards because you have a layer of paint there. I'm going to get creative, and I have some black paint, and since it's not going to be on the outside of the hive and exposed, that's what I'm going to use. So we're going to have your typical beehive black on yellow. And I just take the roller and I just go right along the outside edge like this. There's a little bit of yellow paint still on this roller, so I'm getting some black and yellow mixed in here. There's no reason you can't be creative and make a little splatter of paint down the sides and have some of that black be exposed, as long as you're not painting your entire hive in black. Now, if you're just starting and just getting your bees, you want to make sure this is done days before your bees actually arrive. You don't want that fresh paint smell or any of that paint to be tacky when you're installing your bees into your hive. But again, your paint doesn't have to be anything complicated. A little bit of oops paint goes a long ways. And then once these dry, I will flip them over and I will do the other side of them. So it's finally raining. So I'm going to make this end part of the video quick. I got the boxes all painted. We got the tops all painted with black paint. And the bottoms are painted down underneath as well. And frames fit into them nicely. So I'm going to let these boxes dry for the rest of the day since it's raining anyways. I don't want to go out and mess with the bees in the rain. And then I can put them out as soon as tomorrow if the weather decides to change and clear up. So yeah, make sure you paint your boxes when you get new boxes. And I really strongly suggest you buy boxes with the dovetails cut into them. They hold up way better.